Ladies, have you ever wanted to understand what truly makes a man think about you all day long? Not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and even spiritually. Not because you're constantly texting him, not because you're trying hard to impress him, but because something about your presence lingers in his heart, like a soft melody he can't stop humming in his mind. In this video, I'm going to reveal 4 deeply psychological secrets that can make a man miss you, crave you, and constantly think about you, all without chasing him or lowering your value. These aren't cheap tricks. These are high-level feminine principles rooted in psychology, chemistry, and energetic attraction. So sit back, grab your tea, and stay with me till the very end, because every step builds on the next, and together they form a kind of magic that most women never learn to use. Let's begin. 1. Become the source of his dopamine high, not the supplier of his convenience. Let's talk about something powerful: dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical that fuels obsession. It's the reason people get addicted to gambling, social media, and yes, love. When a man is falling for you, what's really happening in his brain is a surge of dopamine every time he thinks about you, sees your name pop up, or hears your voice. But here's the twist: if you give him everything too soon, or too fast, his brain becomes saturated. He feels he's already won you, and the craving dies. But when you spark anticipation, introduce a little mystery, and create emotional variety, you become unforgettable. It's not about being cold, it's about letting him earn access to your world. Not because you're playing hard to get, but because you're high value, and your time, your energy, and your attention are sacred. Let him associate his happiest emotional highs with you. Not because you're always there, but because your presence is rare, vibrant, and impactful. When a man feels joy in your presence and a subtle void in your absence, that's when he starts thinking about you constantly. 2. Don't feed the texting addiction. Build emotional presence instead. Texting can feel exciting at first. Those butterflies when his name lights up your phone, the playful banter, the late-night emojis. But be careful, because texting can trap you in a dopamine loop that gives him the illusion of connection, while keeping your relationship from growing any deeper. When you text too much too early, he gets just enough of you to feel satisfied, but not enough to truly invest in you. Instead of long drawn-out texting convos, invite real connection, a phone call, a FaceTime, or even better, in-person energy. Your voice, your laughter, your energy, those things stick in his memory far more than a string of emojis or texts. And if he keeps texting to avoid real connection, it's okay to gently guide him by saying, "I love deeper conversations, but I'm not really into texting too much. I'd rather talk and really connect." This small boundary makes you stand out instantly, because most women chase with texts. You elevate the game. 3. Control the tempo. Vary your responses and keep him guessing. Now, let's talk timing. If you're always replying instantly, you're creating a pattern in his brain. She's always there. And what the brain can predict, it starts to ignore. But when you vary your response time, sometimes instantly, sometimes later, sometimes not at all, you create uncertainty. And uncertainty, when paired with desire, supercharges dopamine. Now, I'm not telling you to play games or be manipulative. I'm telling you to stop over-prioritizing someone who's still earning a place in your world. Let your response time be natural. Busy with work? Take your time. At the gym or with friends? Let him wait. Because every moment he's wondering, why hasn't she replied yet? He's thinking about you. And when you finally do respond, the dopamine hit feels even stronger. Mystery is magnetic. Predictability is not. 4. Be a woman who has a life that doesn't revolve around him. This is the deepest layer. A woman who has her own life, her passions, her friendships, her routine, is a woman a man respects and desires. Too many women make this mistake. They meet someone amazing, and suddenly everything else fades. They cancel plans, they wait by the phone, they make themselves constantly available. And what happens? The man feels no urgency, no challenge, no need to chase, because he knows he already has all of you. But when he sees that you're living a rich, beautiful, full life, that you're not rearranging your world just for him, he realizes, if I want more of her, I have to step up. Don't chase love, inspire it. Let him wonder what you're doing when you're not replying. Let him imagine your smile while you're out living, laughing, glowing. That's when he starts feeling that quiet panic, that magnetic pull, that craving to be around you more, not because you begged for it, but because your energy is now his addiction. Closing words. Etch this into your soul, Queen. You are not a performance. You are not a maybe. You are not something a man figures out once he's done playing. You don't have to dance for love, beg for crumbs, or shrink yourself to fit into a heart that isn't ready. You don't have to overgive to be seen. You don't have to lower your voice or your standards just to be kept. A man may notice your beauty, but what haunts him is your energy. What lingers in his mind long after you've gone is your self-respect. It's the way you walk away with grace instead of clinging with fear. Be the woman who doesn't just attract attention. Be the woman who awakens a man's higher nature. Be the woman who doesn't chase, doesn't beg. He chooses, and if he can't rise to meet you, let him fall away. You are not the lesson. You are the reward. The right man will crave your presence. Not because you pursued him, but because you became unforgettable without saying a word. This is feminine psychology. This is magnetic power. This is you. If this stirred something in you, type it in the comments. I don't chase, I attract. I elevate, I embody. Let's remind each other that we are the prize, always have been. Like, share, and subscribe if you're done settling and ready to rise. Thanks for watching.